There's nothing like being an artist and having the opportunity and the excuse to be outside in nature all day. The main inspirations behind my work is nature, wildlife. So when you look at my paintings, they're of landscapes. I do like to have man-made objects within the landscapes, things like ruined castles, things like that. That very much inspires me. I'm also increasingly interested in showing modern man-made beside nature because, well, let's face it, that's what you see almost everywhere you go. I work outdoors from life, which is great because I get to spend a whole day, a whole week outdoors looking at nature. If you're sitting there in one position for several hours at a time, the wildlife, it starts to think that you're just part of nature. You're, I don't know, a tree or a rock or something like that, and it starts to come back and do what it would naturally do, whereas if you're just walking through the landscape, you often miss out on these things. So it's a real treat to get to be out there sketching. I love it. An awful lot of my sketches have my notes on them. If I've gone for a walk somewhere with my sketchbook and when I see something that interests me, so that might be an interesting landscape, or it might be an interaction between one bird and another, or some deer that walk past me, something like that, I will try to stop and sketch it, and I'll write notes about what I'm seeing. I've got 2 books published. If you look through them, you'll see that lots of the pages that you're looking at are just pages from my sketchbooks, and I consider them worth showing to people because people seem to like reading sketchbook pages. It's kind of like having a nose through somebody's diary. In fact, my sketchbooks are my diaries, really. Since I graduated 8 years ago, I have been really lucky to be supported in my artwork by Scotrail. I first approached them because I knew that I wanted Scotland to be my subject, but I didn't have much money and I wanted to be able to get around by rail. I call it my Scotland by Rail project, and really I'm documenting the areas of Scotland that I travel to with the aim of showing people that by rail you can get to all these fantastic places around the country, not just to other interesting towns but also out into the wilderness really. To plan one of my railway days, I'll look at the map, look for an area that I haven't been to, and then I'll just get the train there, get off at that station, and if there's a town there I'll explore the town a bit, normally make use of the cafe, check out the charity shops, and then I go out and just walk around the countryside and explore and document it in my sketchbook. So that sort of leads to the feeling of mapping the country. There are many more areas that I want to explore, and there are far more than one day's worth of walks that you can do from every station you go to. So I could do this for the rest of my life, hopefully. Birds are a real inspiration. I'm pretty obsessed with birds. I do volunteering for the RSPB and for the British Trust for Ornithology. I do various monthly bird counts, and the more interested and obsessed I become with birds, the more these birds seem to be flying into my landscapes, which is what it's like when you're out in nature anyway. Through showing people in my work just how great nature is, how lucky we are with an awful lot of the environment that we still have, I hope that that can help people to be inspired by it for themselves, because the more inspired you are by something, the more you understand the subject, the more likely you are to work to help protect it.